All right, thank you very much. And now I would like to welcome back all the participants who have just connected to the live stream to the second final day of Symbioticon 2020. We talked a lot about digital, we talked about open banking, about blockchain, the digital ecosystem, and the question how to work together. It was highly exciting, but nothing is as exciting as the continuation or the jury award for the next level, because only one team of each track will continue the next level, and until March you will then have the opportunity to reach the next step, and then you can win 20,000 euros and implement your product together with Sparkasse. I can only say that the past 2 weeks were great. They were awesome, great emotions, a lot of work. You fought so hard for likes and votes and the badges. It worked really well. It was cool and great to watch you twitching. It was nice to see how things developed. So you hung on and were so motivated, and the pitches have been online since 6 p.m. yesterday. And one thing you can say is that you really delivered. So a round of digital applause for that. There is one enthusiast here standing in the corner and also giving us real applause. Thanks for that. And now we can already say that the entire topic and the Symbioticon as such, that we have it as a digital event, was working so well, because in the meantime we attracted more than 6,300 visitors to our platform. Awesome.
So, und ihr habt da wirklich mitgemacht, ihr habt gewotet, ihr habt positive Resonanz verteilt, das war sehr schön zu beobachten.
You provided feedback and it was great to observe it, and that is why we are so exciting to see who will proceed to the next level. And actually, it's really tough, it's really close. So even if you're on rank 5 or 6, it doesn't mean anything. Until this morning at 9 o'clock, our visitors and your audience could still rate the teams. Since then, the voting was closed, and then the jury of the individual tracks awarded their points. But before we tell you who will proceed to the next level, it will be exciting again, because we have one more special award. The multi-banking API Ahoy has announced a special prize. It's a budget of 2,000 euros. And therefore, I would like to ask Bernd Wittkamp to come on stage for the last time.
Guck mal, ich habe hier auch noch einen schönen virtuellen Applaus für
I also have a virtual applause for you.
So, Bernd, du hast das Ganze hier mit ins Leben gerufen.
You actually initiated the Symbioticon, I think 5 years ago? Yes, 5 years ago we initiated it, and now it's the 4th Symbioticon, and now it's working and it's alive. So you were there right at the beginning and you initiated everything. So you can only be satisfied with the development, right? Take a look at where you started and where we are right now. What is your experience? Well, I have to say that I have to make a distinction. On the one hand, we have the ASAP, and during the past 4 years, we have developed around about 20 product discoveries each and every year, and then we have the Symbioticon, and many products will also be implemented and executed. So this is a really great rate of success. We can be very proud about it, and the team can be proud about it, and all the people involved, the Sparkassen, the advisory boards, the investors. So it's really excellent. And with regard to Symbioticon, I have to say that the past 3 years, where we had a haptical Symbioticon with people face to face, that was great. And I was really, I had a lot of respect with regard to what was supposed to happen this year, the digital Symbioticon. And I was so impressed what has happened, and I wouldn't have expected that this would be so great with the platform and everything. So now I would like to give you my personal applause to the team, because I have to say also in terms of the support to the teams, and this is also what the teams told us, this was really impressive.
Here is a question, if there's an English stream from
the question comes whether there is an English stream. Yes, please go to the home page and scroll down and you can find the English version. So, it was a great story for the past 4 years. Would you have expected to be here right now, or were your expectations lower? Well, our wish was to be right here where we are right now. And at the beginning, we did not expect to be here, to be that successful. We have so many people who are enthusiastic about Symbioticon, and we will also be sustainable. We will also have a Symbioticon 2021, and hopefully it will be another face-to-face Symbioticon. But we cannot take it for granted. It was really great. Yes, I agree. Now, you have the special prize. Who is the winning, or what was the decisive criterion for the winning team? Well, I cannot give you the name yet, but the decisive thing actually relates to the history of Ahoy. We have an open banking platform, the API concept, we heard about that, and we made a basic decision. And this is also what Carsten Wendt and Martin said during the opening speech this morning. During the context of Ahoy, we want to open up interfaces, give you access in order to focus on the customers and focus on the users out there, to cooperate with the people out there. And this was also the basic criterion for the winning team. So first they used the Ahoy API. Without that, it wouldn't be possible to award the prize. And then we also wanted to award the solution. The Ahoy team awarded the solution. How often do they use the Ahoy platform? And we decided to go for a solution which is focusing on regional aspects and SMEs. And I think they really implemented it well. However, we're talking about the Ahoy special prize, and we will also have the jury ranking later. We have 76 teams which registered. We had more than 30 in the second round, and now we will continue with 6 teams. And we will continue to support you. So if you are not a winning team, you can still continue to work on your idea. And also the other ideas outside of the winning teams will be supported in the future. There are many sponsors and promoters. So outside of this winning track, I think the second winner will also be able to stay in touch, to get contacts to the S-Hub, and in the following months and years they will also get opportunities. Yeah, that's the idea, not to have a Facebook but a hackbook, so you could actually meet in the hackbook and network. Yes, and this will also be the topic that we face within the next few weeks. What can we do in addition to Symbioticon? So all the people who registered will still be in touch with us, and then you will hear from us. So now, we don't want to keep you any longer. There is a special award winner for the usage of the interface Ahoy. Which team is it? Now, I will be very brief about it. The winner of the special prize of Ahoy is Cardo. They have a mobile wallet and a bonus card with an SME approach. So congratulations to you. That was a great job. And I think it was important that from stage 1 to stage 2, you put in a lot of work. There was a lot of commitment during the second stage, and this paid off. And the jury was really convinced. So, congratulations to you. You really deserve the 2,000 euros special prize. Unfortunately, we cannot see you, and I hope that you are really happy about it in front of your screen. But of course, we don't only want to thank you, thank the team and the partners, but we also want to thank the sponsors. Yes, last time I made a mistake. I actually forgot one sponsor during the last Symbioticon. I hope that I won't forget anyone. So that is why I have this sheet of paper. I would like to thank all those people who are actively involved in the SAP. It's the employees, it's the advisory boards, it's of course the Idee-Fabrik, DK, Cisco, EY, Accenture, Microsoft, and the Tech Quartier, MasterCard. I already mentioned DK, or I can announce them twice. It's all right. It doesn't cost any extra, but I get some beer for it. So without the sponsoring and especially the mentoring, this would not have been possible. And the mentoring really brought an additional quality to the stage, and this was important for the teams. People were able to show the teams what's possible, what they can do, and also during the next level, during this level, and also during the next level, this improves the Symbioticon. Yes, and it makes Symbioticon unique. With other events, there's only the sponsor, the name is just put somewhere and they might be standing on stage, but now the sponsors really help and support the team, so it's an added value. Bernd, thank you for thanking the sponsors, and now I would like to thank you, and for that I would like to ask Martin to come to the stage.
Martin, komm mal hier mit zwischen uns, damit wir dich auch gut sehen können. Also Martin hat
so this is Martin.
Weil jetzt geht's hier natürlich etwas
Martin
das ist ein bisschen schwierig natürlich auch.
Would like to do something which is quite difficult and also a little bit sad. Okay, I would just do it. I want to embrace you, and that is why I covered my mouth and nose.
Bernd, du hast gesagt, das ist immer so eine Sache, dass wir die Teams
You said that it's important to coach the teams. Over the past 4 years, you have been coaching us.
Ja, oder in den letzten 22 Jahren. Davon hat ja nicht jeder 22 Jahre von uns mitgemacht.
Actually, over the past 22 years, you have been coaching us. So, on behalf of the entire Symbioticon team, I would like to thank you. Maybe you can see it. And actually, I'm not supposed to stand in front of the screen. It looks really beautiful. So all the people you can see on the screen are part of the team. I hope you can also see it online. And they also want to say thank you, Bernd. You now get the access to the super duper pass. So you always have to carry it or wear it. So this is the biggest pass, the biggest card. And maybe you can also use the small one over here, but actually it's the big one that you have to use. Thanks so much, Bernd, for your support. For the years, it was a lot of fun. I remember 2016, we talked about it today, when we actually folded the leaflet, the brochures, and it was handmade. It was manual work. Everyone was helping. And this is also what characterizes you and which characterizes the team. We actually underestimated the fact that we had to come up with 170 welcome packages. We underestimated everything. And then we were just standing in this big hall, in the trade fair hall, and you just said, okay, let's sit down and fold the welcome packages and the brochures. And this is how we got started. And over the years, we have continued, and I would just like to say thank you, Bernd. I think the teams want to continue, and they don't want to hear all about it, but I just want to mention one thing. One of the essential things that characterized my professional life was to cooperate with the teams, and you mentioned it. And I cannot take a look at the entire team, but I see some people of the team from the S-Hub, and it's a unique spirit here at the S-Hub and also at Star Finance, and all the employees I have been working with. Well, I'm so proud of that. It was an honor. Those are great people, great individuals, and as a team, we make really, we make a great team. So thank you so much for your enthusiasm, for your commitment. So I don't want you to thank me. I would like to thank you, because you carried the burden on your shoulders, and you made the S-Hub what it is right now. Now, we want to give you a real round of applause for that. Thanks so much.
Now
it's getting emotional, and we will surely tackle these emotions with a cold beverage, maybe. Thank you so much, Bernd and Martin. Thank you so much for helping me out here on stage. Now it will become exciting for you, who will enter level 3. And this is really a drum roll moment. So, as to the process, how does it work? We have experience points. A maximum amount of 1,000 points were collectible. The first rank with the jury is 5 more points, the second 250, and then you have the badges. And all badges together is another 250 points. The ranking of the teams is based on the total amount of points. So that was the legal framework, so to speak. So where are the teams right now? How are they positioned? So let's take a look at the ranking. Here we are. This is level 2. And that's the track beyond banking from Sparkasse. Here you have on top the cash director team with 500 experience points, followed by Delphi with 405 XP, Inspire 345 XP, Regional Hero 309 XP, and Bankista 286 XP. So that means there is room for improvement for everyone. So let's take a look at how this might change. Let's ask the first coach on stage, because the coaches accompanied every team. It was team and coach partner, so I have 6 coaches with me, actually 5 in person. The 6th coach will connect virtually. And the team entering level 3 will get 10,000 euros. That's for sure. But who will enter level 3? In this track beyond banking. Nele Schlemenard, you were the one accompanying this track, and maybe you can tell me. And you brought this beautiful golden envelope with you, the same we had last time. 2 sheets of paper inside. Envelope is going back to you. Now you're hearing the exciting music.
Dann schalten wir doch mal auf unser Scoreboard.
So let's go back to our scoreboard, so we know the ranking. There we are. Nele, help me out. We do it exactly the way we did it last time. I tell you the ranking, so ranking 5, and then you team and me points. And then we add up the points, and that's too much math for me, honestly. I'm just a host. You're doing the math. So, level 2, track 1, beyond banking. Jury ranking number 5, 73 points. Which team is it, Nele? It's Delphi. Number 4, with 118 points, go to cash directors. Number 3 gets 191 points from the jury, and they go to Bankista. Now we have 2 more teams to go. Let's take a look. Cash Director is still on top. Delphi with 478 below. So let's wait and see what's going to happen. Place number 2 with 309 points go to Inspire. And now it's obvious that 500 points go to Regional Hero. And now they are on top. Everything is turned upside down. And now we see that Regional Hero has won. They will be the one to enter level 3, and Inspire, Cash Director, Delphi and Bankista needs to leave the competition. So, Regional Hero, this is your pitch. We are Regional Hero, and we ensure the collection of money in our cities, municipalities and regions, especially now. Local offices are disappearing, and with it the opportunities for people and societies that go along with it. Interaction and communication is going down the drain, and this of course is detrimental to the social and emotional levels. We see that the local companies of a region need long-term solutions, and therefore we came up with an idea of cash tax. Cash tax help the people and companies in a region to support their region and to shape their region. With the cash tax, the money doesn't only stay within the same region, but can also be earmarked. So how do we do it? By giving the people and companies a tool to come together. We have 3 different actors. Investors, those investing, giving the money, the users, that is the one consuming the money, and then the receivers, those cashing in the money in the end. Why should investors use cash tax? Well, to support campaigns, to give tax-free benefits to their employees, to have earmarked sponsoring of events, to give private donations to, let's say, groups of young people to be able to gather their first experience, or to participate in lotteries, like with the Red Friday week. How does it work? If an employer wants to give money to an employee in order to, let's say, support a band in the region or to distribute the 44 euros of tax-free allowance to the employees, but the employer also wants to make sure that this money is spent in the same region, then they only have to register on our online portal, fill in all the necessary information like amount and receiver, and then the transaction can be triggered. The employee will then, on their mobile phone, read about the transfer. They can also take a look at the balance, and the cash tax says also what's the favorite location is. Now you have the investor, you have the cash tag, and you know everything by taking a look at the tag. The user can then be communicated to with this cash tag, and they get all the information in a given location. Once the user has entered this location, then they can place an order as usual. They open the regional app, the voucher, selecting the hashtag balance. Then they scan via using the QR button. That's the QR code of the favorite location, and by doing so selecting the receiver. Then entering the amount to be paid, can also enter a comment, and maybe also type in a number. To finalize the payment, you click on it, and then the receiver gets an SMS in real time with all the necessary information regarding the transaction, and this is a confirmation. Go to market. In Germany, we see a huge potential in the existing prepaid market with a volume of 15 billion people. The concept is to use already existing regional solutions like a city voucher or a bonus card, and it is scalable in the entire country of Germany. We could cooperate with partners like the Deutsch-German Sparkassenverbund or the GU Association as sponsors. Now, business case. The business case is based on a transaction fee of 6% and a top-up fee of €2.50. Both have already been well received by the market. Additionally, we can imagine to offer another solution, like a unique setting up fee and a monthly basic fee for a specific region. In order for the interactions between the actors to be widened, we can establish an online community, and by doing so, we can have joint campaigns like a street festival. As to level 3, we want these cash tags to be established in, let's say, Berlin or Munich, and together with Sparkasse, we can even establish a cash tag region or a community in a new region. So, congratulations to Regional Hero. Nele, you really helped them, you supported them, and you gave them the maximum number. How come? Well, they want to establish a regional network that can benefit people and regions to solve real problems. And we also believe that their pitch really hit the nail. It was nevertheless a tough discussion. Who will get most points? Team 1 and Team 2 were almost on the same level, but we had to select one team, and that was Regional Hero, because the challenge was very fitting. And we're really looking forward to level 3. Nele, thank you so much. Thanks for announcing the winner of the first track. And now let's move on to track 2. So let's take a look at the current ranking. That's the track Insurance. This is KI. I have insurance on my list. Okay. Maybe there was a short mix-up. It's KI, it's AI, Artificial Intelligence. We have Confuzio with 750 points, Girlboss 405 points, Etwas Automat ranks 3rd. We have Deep Neural Lab with 309 points. Then we have Play the Game with 286 points, and S-Bot ranks 6th with 173 points. So everything is still possible. It depends on the jury voting. So maybe we can ask Timo to come on the stage. Timo, you are the coach. Was it equally difficult when voting as a jury? Absolutely. The teams were so interesting, and it was small nuances helping us to decide who will enter the next level. We would have loved to take several teams with us, but we had to decide who will be the winner. So here is the golden envelope. So 2 sheets of paper as before. One is for you, one is for me. So let's get started. Again, drum roll. Timo. Which team ranks 6th? 45 points go to S-Bot. Which team ranks 5th? It's 73 points to Girlboss. Now we have 118 points that go to Confuzio. Which team ranks 3rd? It's 191 points that go to Etwas Automat. Now we have 2 more teams to go. How does it look like? Confuzio is still on top with 618 points, 536, 478. It's exciting. Okay, which team ranks 2nd? 309 points go to Play the Game. And the winner with 500 points from the jury is Deep Neural Lab. So they were just 6th, now they are 1st. That's not a mean feat. Wonderful. Congratulations to Deep Neural Lab. So let's take a look at their pitch. Symbioticon. Today I would like to talk about a serious matter. It's the systematic exclusion of AI from the world of labor. There's a prejudice that AI wants to take over the world, and that leads to a situation where they're being excluded systematically. This prejudice and bias comes from cars and rockets being built by billionaires. But we want AI to have access to the labor market, because in the end, the victims of this situation is not AI, it's us. Let's take a look at the corporate lending system in the back office. Human analysts have to do a lot of work manually. And that leads to a situation where the back office is lagging behind on average 2 to 3 weeks. So the clients really need to be patient until their applications are finally processed.
Ist die Anfrage der Kundin endlich an der Reihe, muss der Analyst prüfen, ob die richtigen Unterlagen eingereicht wurden
the analysis has to check whether the documents are complete and correct, and maybe the client even has to send in missing documents.
Ja, hallo liebe Kundin.
Client, I'm calling referring to your application. Could you send in the document that is missing? Thank you so much. Once all documents have arrived, the analyst has to select all necessary documents and transfer everything into the system. Sales of previous year, 225,715.23 cents.
Das Anlagevermögen im Berichtsjahr.
Assets of the reporting year. 117,000. Well, I think you get it. Well, it's not the most exciting work. And it is a pity that AI is not part of the workforce. It takes up 4 to 5 weeks on average until money arrives on a bank account. Now, we want to make the case for a future in which man and machine can peacefully coexist. You can then enter all this information: amount of loan, duration of the lending, and what is to be financed. Then the annual accounts and the business assessment can be downloaded, and a list shows whether everything is complete. And then, towards the end of the process, you know that the documents are complete. This pile of documents is then given to our colleague AI via an interface. Thank you so much, is what AI just said. With the help of machine learning, the documents are validated, relevant information is extracted to be entered into a structured data sheet. After AI has done its work, the data goes through an interface into the EBIT system, and the credit analyst can continue working with it. By doing so, the analyst doesn't have to do hours of work because AI helped them out. Thank you so much. You're welcome. So AI and the analyst is an invincible team. And what are you doing now? I'm going back home. Well, I'm just shutting down. So, ladies and gentlemen from the jury, please let us enter the next level so that the clients get the service they deserve. The Sparkassen companies don't have to lag behind, and there is a real future for AI and mankind. Cut and done. I want to conquer the world. Okay, you better shut down now.
Okay, es gibt allein von mir schon mindestens 100
All right,
Punkte für diesen Roboter.
I like that very much. 100 points to this robot and the idea. Thanks so much and congratulations to the team Deep Neuron Lab. So Timo, was the pitch, the video clip decisive, or what was the ranking decision? Well, what wasn't really shown in the video is the program that they came up with. And I think it's awesome what they came up with during 2 weeks, or maybe just counting the weekend as well, because they started from scratch, and we've seen the development process, and it's already working. And it's a huge performance, a huge achievement by the team. And that was also why we took the decision. So it's not just about convincing ourselves with those robots. The real robots are already working. All right. So thanks so much, Timo, and congratulations to the team. I'm sure we will meet again during the next round, and you will already be awarded 10,000 euros. Thanks, Timo. Let's continue with the next track. It's Insurance by ID Factory. And let's take a look at the ranking right now.
Da ist es. So, also derzeit haben wir folgendes Ranking. Platz 1,
ranking looks as follows.
Auch 500 Experience Points voll abgeräumt.
Vakiotus with 500 experience points, ranking first. Then second, IT Lab. Third, Code Salad with 345. Then we have fourth, Insurance with 309 experience points. And then fifth, Wechselgott GmbH with only 68. 86, excuse me. So they didn't want to spend their time winning badges. They wanted to focus on their product. So let's see whether it paid off. Lukas, tell us. Welcome. We just heard that there were tough jury decisions. What was your situation like? Yes, it was also really tough. This morning we had tough discussions and we had to find one winner. That was really hard. All right, I have the ranking here. I give you this sheet of paper, and now let's take a look at the results. Let's take a look at the ranking again. Here we go.
So,
Lukas.
Wir kennen das Spiel.
We know how it works. I say rank and the points, and you say who the winner is.
Nummer 5 mit 73
rank 5 with 73 points go to Wechselgott. All right, so they will be out. That's clear. 4, 118 points go to Insurance.
Platz Nummer 3, 191
Third rank, 191 points go to IT Lab.
Und jetzt wird's spannend.
And now it will get exciting. IT Lab is on top, but we still have 500 points to award to one team. So theoretically they cannot win.
Das heißt, Platz 2,
so second rank, 309 points go to Code Salat.
Bam, aber das heißt, dass Platz 1 mit 500
that means 500 points go to Vakiotus. So this is a clear winner. They have 1,000 points. Full amount of points. So congratulations to Vakiotus. That's a big achievement. Strong performance. Absolutely. Let's take a look at that pitch. Hi, we are Vakiotus, and Securo is our insurance product for Generation Z. Securo is always there when you need it and where you need it. This is Tom. Tom is 22 years old, and as many of his age group, he is always on the road. He was visiting a festival and was celebrating with his friends. However, after the last canned beer, he went to his tent and then saw that his cell phone was stolen. Oh, Unfortunately, Tom didn't have an insurance for a smartphone and he had to buy a new one. Everyone who likes going to parties and festivals knows the situation. It can happen to all of us, and it's really bad if you're not insured. However, affecting insurances via the banks or insurance brokers, this does not really match Generation Z, and that is why we came up with Securo. The Securo insurance products are offered where they are necessary, at the point of need. And you do not effect any insurances for the long term, you only book the tariff which you need for the specific point in time. You have a Securo app with app clicks and you have the sales channels. The app clicks ensure a direct interaction triggered by QR code, NFC tag, geolocation, or by looking up a website. So Tom and his friends might be waiting in line for the next festival, and then they can tag an NFC tag or use the geolocation when they see the app clip of Securo. The information which is collected with the QR code is used in order to give tailored offers. For instance, the new Hey Weekend Warrior insurance for the next festival, for the Coachella Festival. So you only get the information which is relevant for the situation, and you do not need any additional configuration. Tom and his friends can easily pay the insurance via Apple Pay and Face ID. The entire process only takes a few seconds. In order to back up their idea with data, we conducted a target group survey, and more than 80% of the relevant people said that they cannot live without their smartphone. In addition, more than 60% of the interviewed people use TikTok and Instagram once or several times a day, and another 20% at least use it once a week. And the interviewed people actually have the impression that insurances are connected to red tape. This is what more than half of the people said, and more than 2/3 of the interviewed people said that they like to effect an insurance online. So how do insurance brokers and dusted offices and huge paper piles match this target group? In order to further test our idea, we used social media ads, and for that we paid round about 250 euros, and we were able to come up with 627 user sessions on our landing page. And if possible, we only it was necessary to reduce it to iOS users only, because we could only use iOS for that. And we were able to motivate 46 of these users to convert. So it cost us €5.55 per conversion. This is a good but a value which can be optimized, however. We had to tell the users that the product is not available yet, but that they could be registered on a waiting list, and this is what 11 users already did. So those are potential customers in the future. If we take a look at the competitors, you can actually have two groups. We have the classical insurance companies and startups. The classical insurance companies, of course, are trusted. They have been in the market for many years, and the brands are well known. However, they lack one thing: the access to the target group Generation Z. And the products are not really good and tailored to the target group, because they are too expensive and do not meet the needs of the target group. Then we have startups with very innovative groups convincing the target group. However, they lack the trust in these young companies, and that is why we think the corporate startup would be the best thing. It combines the best from two worlds and best attracts the target group. We already have set up the technological basis, and we have the right technical support, and with that, Securo could already be marketed in 3 months' time, at the right point in time for the next festival season 2021. Thank you for your interest in Securo. We are looking forward to working on it, and hopefully we will see and meet during the finales. Thanks so much. You made it. You are in the final round, and end of March you will continue. So congratulations and enjoy the 10,000 euros. Do not pay everything do not use everything or spend everything on insurances. Now, why were you convinced about this idea? It's not completely new to sell insurances via an app. Well, it was actually about addressing the Generation Z, and I think this topic is great. And they used the ad clips, and we wanted to see that as a technology. And you're right, the products are already there, but I hope that in level 3 they can come up with a complete solution which can be executed, and that is why we went for them. So it's true, it's already there, but you said you can improve it, so that's the right thought. Thank you so much to Lukas, and now we will meet again in level 3. Now, we still have some levels ahead of us. The next one is Digital Grant Application by KfW. So let's take a look at the ranking.
Also, auch hier ein relativ enges Feld, wo noch sehr viel Spielraum ist. Auf Platz 1 mit 500 Punkten ist Awesome.
We have Awesome with 500 points. Second, Epsilon Banking with 405 points. Then FinCompare, 345 points. Never Final 1, 309 points. And Never Final 2, 286 points. So everything is open, everything can change, and everything depends on the jury points. So, Matthias Langer, please join us. He's connected. Matthias, are you there?
Hallo, grüß dich.
Yes. Hello.
So, wie war das denn bei euch? Auch ein schwieriges
What was it like for you? Was it difficult, or was it clear?
Nee, also insbesondere in dem vorderen Bereich.
No, especially concerning the first 2 or 3 teams, it was really difficult for us because those were great solutions, and at the end we had to go for one team, and it was tough. Yeah, all the other teams also said, or tracks also said, it was difficult. But it tells us that we made the right decision during the last stage. Yeah, and it shows that everyone was committed. Let's get started. Yes, but first, I would like to claim the crate beer by Bernd, because you didn't mention KfW, but you mentioned Deka twice. All right, we will clarify that later. Who has to pay the crate beer? Pay for it. Now, we have 5 teams. Matthias. I mention the number and the points, and you will tell us which team we're talking about. Now we have the scoreboard, the ranking. Let's get started. Now, the 5th rank with 73 points. It goes to Epsilon Banking. Rank 4, 118 points. Go to
Never Final 1.
Never Final 1.
Platz 3 mit
Rank 3 with 191 points. Which
Never
team?
Final 2.
Never Final 2.
So, und da haben wir jetzt immer noch ganz oben Awesome.
So, we still have Awesome on top.
Platz 2, und da wird es jetzt spannend.
Rank 2.
Awesome sich zu halten oder nicht?
That will be exciting.
Platz 2.
309 points. Go to
FinCompare.
FinCompare.
Und damit ist es
and
eigentlich,
thus
wenn man rechnen kann,
it's
klar,
clear.
Platz 1, 500 Punkte
500 points go to Awesome.
Die schieben sich auch wieder nach vorne. Volle Punktzahl, 1000
they
Punkte
have the
für
full
Team
amount
Awesome.
of points, 1000 points for Awesome. And this is your pitch. Hello, we are Awesome. We are 6 hackers who are psychotherapists as well, because we want to reduce the number of nervous breakdowns when filling out grant applications. For this, we have 3 pain points: media disruptions, complexity, and unknown information. This is what we find with KfW applications. We thought about it and came up with a complete solution. Let's get started with a personalized entry, which can be used for all the grant applications. We have 3 personas. First, the farmer Lars, then Allotment Club, and finally a wind farm. We only focus on Lars, the farmer. And this picture was actually taken at the weekend, so it is a farmer who we interviewed. And he uses a web search and Google Ads, and he gets to the grant assistant at KfW. First, you have a classical form. You have to enter a lot of information. It's really complicated. And for our grant application assistant, it's easier. With a personalized entry page, you enter the email page, then the amount, and then you're already in the assistant. This information leads to a high conversion. What does the grant assistant do? It makes sure that the loan and grant application can be collected together. With that, the information and the loan information has to be entered. In the personalized data room, the assistant greets Lars, and then you can finally complete the master data. Then you have the loan wish and the amount. And with that, 30% of the grant is completed. 30%, and then over the course of time, Lars gets an update. For Lars, we have a checklist and all the small parts, and this makes sure that all the tasks are completed quickly. And there is an innovation. We don't have double data entry and no printing out. In 3 clicks, Lars gets to the GBZA, new entry, amount, and confirming. Then the self-declaration is also simplified. You don't have to look for the self-declaration, you don't have to print it. Instead, you just enter the sales revenues, the total assets, and the integrated help gives Lars an overview whether he is an SME or an SE. Then you have the signature and you come up with a PDF for the KfW. This completes 50% of the application. Then you have the tax advisor. We have a flexible approach. You have a messenger and then you can inform the tax advisor what needs to be done. He gets an email notification and can enter via all the different devices. You have checklists for the messengers and the tax advisor can easily upload the documents, in this case the business assessment or the profit statement. And you can make sure that there are no false statements. So you're already almost done. Lars will also be informed about the process, and even if the process is interrupted, there will be a notification after 7 days. And you also have a two-factor identification. You can use a passport, and then this is read out with AI. And you can also enter the missing information. And you have already completed 90% of the grant. This is then sent to the savings bank. You have a bank clerk, and in this case we have Sparkasse Münster Ost, and then you have sent in the grant application, and Lars is done. The full application is sent to the Sparkasse, the savings bank, and the bank clerk doesn't have to complain about incomplete documents. He gets a notification by the system, and he gets a digital folder including all the rule-based verification. This is all the documents provided by Lars and the tax advisor. And of course, the bank clerk can also ask for additional documents if something is missing. So everything is validated, and new applications can be entered via the banking API. The documents are also integrated with the banking API to OS Plus and the ZDA archive. There are 3 components. It includes the toolbox with AI and chat and so on. Then we have the BP and MN process engine with a personalized application. And we have a low-code platform with more than 100 iterations. The target group specific marketing shows that we have great KPIs. We have more successful completions, a high conversion rate, and a high efficiency. We focus on relevant targets, and this is also beneficial to the end consumer. He doesn't need so much time for the application completion, and he feels good. Why awesome? Because of the efficiency, a higher volume, lower effort. We eliminated the pain points, so this is in the interest of all the process, people involved in the process, and we have AI-based processes. We as a team are already in the flying phase because we have a practical software platform for all the grant processes. We integrated into the Sparkassen clerks and the IT landscape, and we have a scalable solution which can be realized within 10 weeks by an experienced team. Test it yourself and enjoy.
So, there's only one question. Why is it still being developed? Why don't we have it already? That's a great question. Hopefully in March, we're ready. They said 10 weeks. That's good news. So this is a really motivated team. They got the points and they got the money, and they've been on the first place right from the start. You said the competitors were similar, but nevertheless you decided to go for Awesome. How come? Well, we were convinced by this comprehensive solution. I mean, the way they talked, they had a lot to tell us because they wanted to talk about all the different features in just 5 minutes. So from a marketing point of view, it was an idea, but their approach was so comprehensive, they wanted to squeeze everything in. And they have validated this with Sparkasse clerks. We saw Lars the farmer, but also colleagues from AI. So it is ready to take off, and you were convinced indeed. Thank you so much, and we will see you again in level 3. And until then, Merry Christmas, I guess. So we have 2 more tracks, and now it is track 5, Mobile Wallet Mastercards. Now, the coach and I will now look at the scoreboard. How does it look like? There it is.
Level 2, Mobile Wallet, Mastercard.
Mobile Wallet, Mastercard, Nissel on top with 500 XP. Speculators, number 2, 405 points, so they're really close. Cardo, they have already been given a price. Then we have Smart Buy with 309 points and Havaianas with only 36 points. So this will be exciting. So, Finja, come here. Give me that beautiful envelope of yours. You get it back. And a sheet of paper. Now we just need some music.
So, wir schalten auf Scoreboard. War das bei euch auch so schwierig?
Was it equally difficult in your team? Absolutely. It was really a tough nut to crack.
Ja, gewürfelt, gelost.
So you just threw the dice? Yeah, it was like a lottery.
Okay, wir sind gespannt.
Okay, so let's get to the scores. Let's get started. The jury voting, number 5. It says 0 points. Yeah, correct. 0 points because the team dropped out, so we couldn't hand out the points, and that was Havaianas. Okay, so they're still behind, but that's unfortunate, but sometimes it happens. So, who ranks 4th? It's 118 points, and they go to Nissel. Number 3, with 191 points, go to Speculators. Which team ranks 2nd? It's 309 points, and they go to Smart Buy.
Und damit ist klar, Platz 1,
so,
500 Punkte gehen an
500 points go to Cardo.
Bam!
Bam!
Doppelte Preise abgeräumt.
Twice the winner.
Ahoy Sonderpreis und
the Ahoy special prize and the winner of this track. In the end, 845 points. Congratulations. I would love to see your happy faces. And this is your pitch. In many fields, Germany is a pioneer in Europe, but not when it comes to card payment. On average, in Germany, only 75 times are paid by credit cards or by cards. In Denmark, it is 700, more than 400 times, almost 400 times. It's many more times. It's not because it's too complex, be it MasterCard, EasyCard, or Apple Pay. We have opportunities to pay electronically, be it at the gas station, supermarket, or in your restaurant. Almost everyone pays with their card. But at the bakery, coffee shop, or your favorite doner place around the corner, you still pay cash. So we believe it only needs one minor incentive for card payments to increase. And this is our solution. Cardo Cards, it's like a stamp card being used automatically. Anywhere you go, you get a stamp as a client, and you also benefit from a voucher. It's also the perfect marketing gag for the companies and stores. And it's not as complicated as a traditional stamp card. And now we want to show you how this Cardo card works like. In the past, you would get all these different stamp cards and collect stamps yourself. But with Cardo, every store can design their own individual Cardo cards. We offer the surface, the interface, and then they can use it. And they're much more flexible than traditional stamp cards. And therefore, you can also use them in other stores, be it at the bakery, your doner place, or your most favorite second-hand shop. You have a tremendous amount of opportunities, and with Cardo Cards, you can get a voucher, you can get a discount wherever you go. At the bakery, you can get an additional pretzel if you go there after 4 p.m. or at your favorite second-hand shop. Once you have spent a certain amount, you might get 25 euros on top. But what can you do with it as a user? Cardo Card is stored automatically on your wallet, and you don't need to download an additional app. You have it with you 24/7. You don't have to show it at the store. How come? Well, it's quite easy. It's contactless payment with your Master EC card, and you get an automatic step on your Cardo card. This is not magic, it's Cardo technology. Let's assume you want to have a donut as dessert. You go to your mobile bakery and you can buy a donut. With your EC or MasterCard, you can easily pay contactless. And during COVID-19, this is the safest way to pay, isn't it? The owner of the store has their own account connected to Cardo Cards, so all transactions are transferred to Cardo. I only have the hash, the card number, the amount, the store ID, and the date. That's what's being transferred. With the first two purchases, I only have to really show my Cardo card. All other information is sent to the Cardo backend via my Cardo ID. The payment is done between my Cardo card ID and the hash of the Cardo card number. Once it's connected, all transactions can be allocated to a Cardo card via name or via my account. This information is never handed out. Next time you pay with Cardo card, you automatically get a stamp on your Cardo card. It's not any additional effort, and you can benefit from all different discounts. The store owner is happy that they no longer have to stamp manually, and they can connect to their master clients. And it also comes with a gamification approach, because everyone wants to enter the next level, don't they? You can get additional discounts on your Cardo card. And we have all these attractive offers that the store owner can use themselves. You can also take a look at how often the Cardo card is used, and you can then trigger strategical steps for individual offers that your clients can use. And what can Sparkasse do in all this? Well, Sparkasse will be happy to hand out Cardo cards because you have a bank account, and the Sparkasse can also offer their services to the customer. This can be yet another reason why one would go to Sparkasse to open an account. And with Cardo Card, the store owner can offer another incentive to have a terminal at their store, because it's easy payment for everyone, and during COVID-19 this is really a good idea. Sparkasse will get higher sales with these terminals and can contribute to digitalization in Germany. So the store owners, Sparkasse, and customers, they all benefit from Cardo Card. Together we can make sure that the stamp cards or these Cardo cards change the way we payment. Is it Döner with everything on top? No, it's Döner with Cardo card. Wow, this was great. This is the winner in this track, and they also have the special prize. Congratulations. How come you decided to make them the winner? So many different reasons. It's the technology. They really implement the challenge so excellently. It was a lot of fun, and it was the overall package, and we were convinced. And you will continue working with them for the next 2, even 3 months? Yeah, it's until March. It's almost 4 months. Wow, that's quite some time you can use to really boost it. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. And that brings us to the last track. It's investment by Deka. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. How does it look like so far?
Und das ist da so der Fall. Platz 1.
So, Save Green is on top, 500 points of capitals, 405 points, Dividend, 345 points, and we have Devil, ranks 4th with 309 points, and last with 286 points is Ecolytic. But everything is still possible. It depends on the jury voting. And now, Franziska Römer, please come on stage. You were their coach. Hi, this is your envelope. So, one's for me and one's for you. So, how was it in your team? Was it equally difficult? Yeah, I mean, you can tell by looking at the scores. It was a really tight competition, tough battle, and we were discussing for hours. Okay, so let's take a look at your decisions. This is how it looks like. It's Track Investment by Deka. 73 points go to Save Green.
Platz 4.
118 points go to Ecolytic.
Platz 3.
team on the third place is Divisent, and they get 191 points. And now, who will be the winner? We have 2 more teams to go. 309 points go to
Team Devil.
Devil. Now they're on top, but
Subcapitals.
500 points go to Subcapitals, and now they are on top, and they are the winner. They almost reached the mark of 1,000 points, and this is the pitch of Subcapitals. The world in which we live in is changing rapidly, and therefore the way we buy. We want to invest our money wisely and have a high return. In order to justify the demands of our customers and to be in the vanguard, when it comes to asset and investment management, we need to work with the latest technologies. That is why we work when developing of our sustainable product portfolio. We cooperate with Subcapitals. To offer our clients sustainable products with high return is still not easy. Since 2017, we have developed our own AI made by Subcapitals, and it has been traded successfully on the market. We want to understand our clients' and customers' needs and support them in their process. We want to give them the necessary technology, and by doing so, we want to intensively cooperate with them. And by doing so, we offer innovative products. Within synergies, together with our partners, we develop a sustainability strategy to increase the performance of sustainable funds. Now we want to explain this sustainable strategy to you. Well, I'm in my car and I'm moving forward. This is like the development of my sustainable finance product. What happens if I have a slow car in front of me and my reaction is too slow? And what would happen then? At Subcapitals, we use technology to be able to see risks quickly enough so that we can react in good time. Our AI can see risks in good time and reduce the risk of a financial product accordingly. By doing so, I can relax, and once the risk is avoided, I can get going. And this is our sustainability strategy. Now I'd like to show you how our risk avoidance strategy works. Now Johanna will lead you through the process. With my broker, I open an account and I activate my risk avoidance strategy for my sustainable portfolio. In order for AI to work and to have money, I book a fraction of my portfolio on my account and I can trigger it. And now I only have to wait and see. Once AI realizes first wins on my account, I can then invest in more sustainable funds, and I can, by doing so, increase the overall asset. This gives me a good conscience because I select sustainable products, but I also get a sustainable yield. Why do we invest in Sge Esg Funds? Well, it's environmental, social, governance. We invest in companies with a special focus on our social life, on the environment, and on justice. And this is boosted by surveys, for instance. We want to strike a balance between yield on the one hand and sustainability on the other hand. With our product, there will be that balance. Until 2025, every fourth euro is to be invested in these sustainable products. And that is why we want to work on a sustainability strategy. We want to invest in the social cohesion and sustainability together with our strategy. In our product development, it is very important for us to have AI easy to access and easy to use. That is why we decided to work with AI that also helps our partners, so all can use the apps in a user-friendly way. It can be connected to each and every account. In order for everyone to understand the benefits of our apps, I would now like to explain them by using 4 steps. On your home screen, you can see the development. You can see all the wins that you were able to generate with your sustainability strategy. And you also see the AI live ticker that is up to date. In the next step, you see an overview, all transactions that have already taken place, and at the heart of the app, you can access the black box of AI by clicking on the chart. Once you clicked on it, you can see all AI decisions that have been taken. Now, the best for last, you can also decide. You can decide the social and sustainable projects we should invest in at subcapitals. The world we live in is changing at a breathtaking pace, but with subcapitals, we invest in this is the most beautiful pastime in the world. So that is really a good pastime. What a beautiful claim. Why did you choose this team as a winner?
First, the challenge was to make investments as the nicest pastime of the world, and we were able to do that. And the team was highly motivated. We were also highly motivated, and we would like to continue with them in level 3. The sustainable investment strategy, how important was that? Well, it was on top. It was not decisive, but it was the bonus, actually, for us. And it also matches our topical day, right? Because we were dealing with the green financing. Thank you so much, Franziska, and congratulations to the team, Subcapitals. You're in the next level. And it will take some time. You're in level 3. During Christmas time, you can relax a little bit, or you can continue working as you like. We will meet again for the level 3 awarding of points. So the platform will continue to be live. You can still exchange ideas. You can still be active. And mid of January, it will get serious because we will activate level 3 and the badges. But we will inform you when this will take place. And as of mid of January, you will have 2 months time to further develop your idea, to implement your idea, make it fly. And then on the 30th of March, we will meet again in the live stream, and then we will see who will actually be the winner of Symbioticon 2020. It is actually Symbioticon 2021 because we're in March 2021. So we will have glory and fame for the winner, but also 20,000 euros. And of course, you have the opportunity to execute your idea together with Sparkasse and the S-Hub. If you have any questions for the teams, those who continue in the next level, we still have the Slack channel. So the coaches will be available to you. They will support you also in level 3. They also said so. They are looking forward to it. And I can only tell all the teams who were not able to make it that it was great what you did. You have delivered as well. Thank you so much for joining. I hope it was worth it for you as well. And we are also looking forward to your feedback. You can send your feedback via the support channel. You can also send us your feedback how you like this format, because it was a completely digital hackathon, because it wasn't possible this year to do it differently. But we would like to hear from you how you liked it. So, thank you very much to the Symbioticon team from my part. They are all in the background, supporting us in the background. You made it possible. Those were great 2 weeks, and we will continue next year, and there will be exciting levels to come. But now, be happy if you've won, and don't be sad if you haven't won, because the next Symbioticon is just around the corner. But now, enjoy your evening, enjoy the week, and